from Group 1, and in this video we are going to explain of the differences of CPM and CCP and the advantage and disadvantage of both of them, and also the differences of project duration calculation of CPM and CCP. Please enjoy the videos. Critical path method, or CPM, is a project network analysis technique used to predict the total project duration. Critical path project, or CCP, is a method of planning and managing project that emphasizes the resources required to execute the project task. Differences between CPM and CCP are: for CPM, there is no issues in resources, while CCP, they have issues in resources because the company lack of resources for the project. The number for tasks in a CPM project network is small, while the number of tasks in CCP is fewer. In CPM, there is no float or slack, while for CCP, they have buffer. There are three types of buffer, which are project buffer, resources buffer, and feeding buffer. For project buffer, it is to protect the whole project in any situation and to make sure the activities is done within the given time. While resources buffer, it is to ensure the resources availability. The resources must be ready before performing the project. For feeding buffer, it is to protect the critical change in a particular activity.
Critical path method. Advantage: consistent framework for planning, scheduling, monitoring, and controlling project. Have proper communication between department and function. Determine expected project completion dates. Determine the date on which tasks may be started if the project is to stay in schedule. Show which tasks must be coordinated to avoid resource or timing conflict. Show which tasks may run in parallel to meet project completion dates. Disadvantage: reliable of CPM largely based on accurate estimate and assumption made. CPM does not guarantee the success of project. Resource may not actually be as flexible as management hope when they come to address network float. Critical Change Project (CCP) advantage: the CCP reduces the time and cost of your project. With this method, you quickly detect problems before they affect your project, and most importantly, you use your resource more efficiently. To ensure the success of this methodology, it is important to train and support your employees. Disadvantage: triggering the student syndrome in the resource assigned to the task. They have more than enough time to do the task. Therefore, they start the task late, using up all the safety. Encouraging multitasking. The safety is added knowing that the resource will not be able to focus on the task, and hence-on encouraged to multitask on multiple projects at a time, which significantly impact all projects. Not claiming early completion in order to preserve the safety concept in the future project. Resource do not report tasks.
Structure or in every project that we made by a human being need an improvement or need additional things that need to be added in the future. For example, in Subang Airport, these things need to be added, which is the kiosk or the self check-in kiosk. This thing is very important to the infrastructure of the airport itself because it will help the operation of the airlines or the airport itself. In other airlines, in other airport also, the kiosk is been available more quantity compared to this. In Subang Airport, there's only three kiosks that been available to be used by the passenger or by the customer itself. In this video, we are assuming or we are suggesting for the airlines and the airport itself to add more quantity of the kiosk itself, because kiosk is one of the most important infrastructure that we need by the airlines itself. To improve or to add the kiosk itself, there is two type of analyzing of the duration itself, which is CPM, critical path, and also the CPP. These two methods is very important, have very big differences because in the duration itself, they are very big and very big differences between the two of it. Adding more kiosks can be determined by the usage of the kiosk itself. And also in this case, by using CPM and CPP, we can also determine the duration of the project itself. For example, before we adding the kiosk itself, we need to conduct the survey, analyze, consult the professional, looking for the kiosk supplier, make the proposal, and also present to the respective or to the related person and authority. This is also one of the most important things because by using CPM and CPP we can also determine the duration that we needed. CPM itself, by the definition itself, is to determine the project duration. So meaning that we can see based on the graph, conducting survey, analyze, consulting to the professional, and until the end, which is until the presentation, we can determine the duration because this is one of the most important thing because we need to duration is the most important things on the project. In this chart that been shown to you in this video, this is the chart to determine the duration of the project by using the CCP. CCP is different between the CPM. CPM is the old method that we use to determine the duration of the project. Meanwhile, the CCP is the newest or the latest method of determine the duration of the project. CPM, the previous chart that we shown to you in this video, is the method that to determine the duration of the project without input the buffer inside the flow chart. Meanwhile, the CCP, you can see that we have input the resourcing buffer, feeding buffer, and also the project buffer inside the project flow. This is important because it will affect the end or the end of the duration itself. CCP is the latest method to determine the duration of the project itself because we have input the buffering in the middle of the activities. For example, we have input the resource buffering between analyze and also the looking for kiosk supplier. Why we are choosing the resourcing buffer in the middle of that activities? Because in the middle of it we are depending on the resources that available. And also we can see that we have put the feeding buffer between the consultation to the professional and also the making professional make the proposal because in the middle of it we need to determine the you can see in the middle of the activities we put the feeding buffer. Feeding buffer means that the buffer that we needed to protect the critical chain in the particular activity. And also you can see at the end of the project we are putting the project buffer. Project buffer is useful because protect the whole project in any situation and to make sure the activities is done within the given time. This is one of the important things why we choose and why we use the CCP and also CPM to determine the duration of the project itself.